What's happening, Internet fam? It is a beautiful sunny day here in Central California. The thermometer says 64 here, but earlier where I was, it was definitely in the 70s. It was very warm. Today is November 8th? November 9th? Not sure. Not at all sure. But I had a lot of fun in Oregon and Northern California, and over on the Oregon coast especially. Had a lot of fun over there. I want to thank all my friends on the Oregon coast who just made that experience super epic and wonderful. I will definitely be touring on the Oregon coast again at some point, and I will probably hit some more locations since I didn't hit quite enough locations this time. Although it went super great in Coos Bay, super great in Bandon. I should definitely hit Port Orford. I should definitely hit Brookings. I should probably go a little bit farther north and hit Newport and some of those towns. So, yeah, anyway, back on the road, heading back down to SoCal. I am just left Shasta a few hours ago. I had a really fun time in Shasta. Watched the midterm elections play out. As usual, huge disappointment. Every winner makes all of us a loser. Terrible candidates. I can't think of a single candidate that won that was worth voting for or worth, you know, being elected. Beautiful over there. I gotta show you the shot. Look at that over there. Isn't that something? Isn't it beautiful over there? Some really weird, cool skies on the way down here. I posted a couple of them to Instagram. Look at that weird little mountains in the middle of the valley there, doing nothing. Wonder what's over there. I want to go check that out one of these days. Yeah, just, you know, super disappointed by the election, but I knew I was going to be super disappointed. You know, once again, Democrats and Republicans won the bulk of the seats in the House, won the bulk of the seats in the Senate, won almost all the local elections, and you know, both of those corporate parties are doing nothing for the American people at this point. It's just, you know, you might as well vote for Joseph Stalin or Adolf Hitler. I mean, they're just going to do whatever the corporations want. They are, in fact, corporate fascists. They're not a part of our democracy. They are not a part of our capitalist system. They are straight up corporate, big money whores that will do anything that large corporations pay them to do, and it's almost never to the benefit of we the people, of small family-owned businesses, families, individuals, or anybody who's not a giant evil corporation. So yeah, so very disappointing midterm elections, but they were expected to be disappointing. I don't at this point expect any third-party candidate to win anything ever. The corporate stranglehold on the media, the corporate stranglehold on the narrative, the corporate stranglehold on our electoral process, the corporate stranglehold on the lobbyists, and everything else that's going on. I mean, it would be a surprise to me at this point if something good happened. Anytime anything remotely good happens that involves our government, it's a shock. It's almost enough to send me into a cardiac arrest, because our government is so corrupt and so lousy that, I mean, almost nothing they do ever is any good. I can't think of the last time our government did something good. You know, I don't know. There's got to be something, but I can't think of it right now. Every once in a while I hear something, I'm like, whoa, what? You know, something good happened, but it's so rare now that it's like I can't even remember the last time I heard something good that our government did. Because corporations run our elections, they run our media, and they anoint whoever they want to pretty much every seat in the House, the Senate, the executive branch, and that's also true on the state level too. It's almost all, you know, the California House, the Oregon House, the Washington House, the West Coast ones that I follow, almost all Democrat, almost all Republican, almost all corrupt, almost all dirty, almost all have been caught in some kind of criminal enterprise numerous times, and yet that's still our choices, you know, criminal A versus criminal B. It's, you know, things that if you or I had done them, we would be definitely in prison. These people do it. I'm thinking specifically of like the governors, the scandals around the governors, and especially in Oregon, it's just like tremendous. Just, you know, obvious corrupt criminals there and that whole outfit. But, you know, let's not dwell on that too much, because we expected the election to be a catastrophe, and it was. I have been having a lot of fun in the crypto space. I had a really fun interview with Julie the other day. She's one of the Social Send team members. And now I am officially a Social Send team member now. I am an ambassador for the Social Send coin. So I'm not really sure what that entails. Probably just continuing to make YouTube videos that I like to make anyway. They had a huge rain party today for me and 2 other people who got added onto the team, and it was just rain coming out of every possible direction. So many people were raining and soaking and thundering and lightning and drenching and storming and dripping. There's so many ways you can make it rain in the Discord channel for Social Send, and all of them were being hit again and again and again. It was pretty amazing. At one point, there was so much scrolling by, and it was all rain. It was all free crypto for everybody in the room. It was just, and it was continuous. Like, it didn't stop for almost 2 hours. I was on the 5 at the time. I was driving south, and I just had my phone open, and I had it like kind of sitting here on the dash like it is now, and it was just scrolling by, and it was pretty incredible. I can imagine that whoever was in that room collecting rain probably collected a substantial amount of actual cash for being in that room, because it was just going nonstop. And I guess it kept, the rain party kept going. I pulled over in Red Bluff to shoot a quick country concert, which I'll be uploading later, and I guess the rain party kept going. And so whoever came into that room today for the first time, who wasn't holding any Social Send, I'd be very surprised if they weren't holding a significant amount of Social Send now. It was almost guaranteed. It was just raining nonstop. Super fun, super interesting. Social Send with an exchange. The exchange is already in beta testing. I was testing it out the other night. It does work very well. There weren't enough people on the exchange because it's not public. It was just a beta test, so I couldn't actually do real trades like, you know, that I would like to do, just because there weren't people on the exchange yet, because it's in beta and it was just under testing. But all the features that I tested out seem to work very well. So great job, Social Send team, on that. Very much looking forward to the exchange being fully operable. And apparently they're going to have some kind of dollar stable coin tied to the exchange as well. They've already got it in the platform. I think it's True USD, which is one I'm not that familiar with. I'm more familiar with DAI. I'm more familiar with Tether, obviously, although we all know Tether's a scam. So Tether will crash the market at some point. Not that it could be crashed much more than it is. It's interesting, Bitcoin going up the last few days, and despite the fact that Bitcoin's going up a little bit, the market seems to be going down a pinch, which is a bit of a surprise to me. Usually when Bitcoin goes up, the rest of the market kind of goes up with Bitcoin. And lately it's just Bitcoin been going up slightly and the market compressing a little bit more, which yeah, definitely a surprise to me. Did not expect to see that happening, and that is what has occurred. But you know, a lot of these different crypto teams are really killing it. They're putting in work. They're getting things done. As Julie said in the meeting the other day, looking forward to the surprise that the Tay is going to have for everybody at the expo in San Jose later this month, and that'll be very exciting. Also, like I said, Social Send is, I mean, they're killing it out. The platform's working. There's airdrops of new coins all the time. Their Discord is just out of control, and now they have an exchange that they're building as well. And of course, the masternode is an over 100% ROI payout masternode. So that means if you buy the masternode, set it up, and have it running, within a year you'll own at least as much as you've already owned. And if the price has gone up at all, that will be a very good investment. Even if the price has gone down a little bit, it still could potentially be a good investment. And right now, I think Social Send is under 4 cents a coin, so very reasonable price for Social Send. I definitely encourage everybody to be holding some position in Social Send, even if it's just a few. just so you're aware of it. It's very easy to get a hold of. If you want to get it in Discord, that's one easy way you can get it. If you want to get it in, if you want to buy it on exchange, it's on many exchanges now. And if you want to trade it for another kind of crypto, that's you can do that on the exchanges. You can do it on in person. You can do it on Discord, and now you'll be able to do it on the actual Social Send exchange. So that's going to be pretty cool that that's coming out. Yep, I'm going to try and keep this up. We're already over 10 minutes, so just a brief update on me. I'm heading back down to SoCal. I've got shows at the Moto Deli in Encinitas, so not this weekend, but next weekend. So I encourage all of you to come and see me at the Moto Deli if you get a chance. And big things ahead for Vite and Social Send. And OhmCoin, the price has been pumping lately too. If you recall, I did an interview with one of the OhmCoin developers. Was that about a month ago? We went and had the Buffalo Wild Wings, and they were nuclear hot, temperature-wise. So we burnt the roofs of our mouths because they were fresh out of the oven. They were too hot. Of course, they're spicy as well, but you know, that wasn't the problem. They were just nuclear too hot out of the oven. So anyway, fam, hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a great November. I'm not sure what my plans are for Thanksgiving. I might hook up with family down in SoCal since I've got a lot down there. Somebody did shoot me an invite already. I've also got some friends doing a Friendsgiving. So I don't know. I might pop in for that as well. I'm not really sure, but I hope you all are doing great. I hope you're all getting ready for the holidays. I am going to be glad to not be in Oregon for December and January just for the temperature alone, because it's very cold up there, and January is very cold in Oregon. So January and February are pretty brutal. The rest of the year is not bad. I mean, it starts getting a little cold in late October. Definitely starts getting even colder in November. But once you get to December, it's just